it's a very cool map. It's an unpredictable map. From my experience, it's been a bit of a T-sided, so let's see how that pans out.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because South African CS is all over the place, to be honest. I mean, it's one day it's CT-sided, the other day it's T-sided. This is overpass for you. We do not actually know how this is going to pan out. We don't know the teams. So
we actually can't predict anything here.
Yeah.
Case in point, my
look,
predictions.
I'm just going to throw a prediction down. I'm just going to say, look, BISH SA is going to walk away with the first map here, and then we probably will see the Hustlers take the second map, which is cash, and then we hopefully will see a third and final one.
Third map could be cool.
Yeah, I think it will be. Like, Mirage has always been also one of my favorites. Although I cannot play on Mirage, I can play on Mirage a little bit better than Cash.
Love Mirage.
Can't play Cash at all. But anyway, talking about earlier, we were talking about Nuke. We got some history in Nuke, man.
When you say we, you mean you and I?
Me and
Nav
you.
Versus, what was it?
Nav versus Energy,
Energy, yeah.
Back in the day, we beat you on Nuke.
I remember that. You rubbed it in.
Yes, it was the only map we took from you. But anyway,
that's okay.
That's okay. It was back in the day,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that was it. Who was in our lineup that time? It was Mr. Skull, was Spoof, Elusive, myself, and it was Link.
Was Spoof in Nav there?
Yeah. Both Van Wyk brothers actually played in my team, and then it was yourself. It was Nod.
It was myself, Nefan,
TC, and Eddie, Snake.
And Snake.
Yeah. And you guys were favourites actually to win that comp. It was that was intense back then.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
What happened in that comp again?
I think you guys came second or third.
Who came first?
I think it was SSG, if I'm not mistaken. SSG Cream back in the time. You had the SSG Dream.
Was that the
IS?
Oh no, we came third. So it
was one of the first invitationals.
16-12, I think, on the final map. Oh yes, I remember that. And then we came, and then SSG Cream came second. And then we came third. I remember that. Yeah,
DC was actually playing with Surge as their fifth. The two sets of brothers were playing at the time.
Yeah.
And Surge was the fifth. And now, of course, they've got Instant playing, who's returned back to the squad. But that being said, guys, we are going to be going live in the next few seconds. The Had Funds and Good Lucks have been called here. It's Hustlers versus BISH SA. Hustlers, I think, Thanatos Gaming versus BISH. Esports, sorry. And, we've got the Hustlers kicking off on the CT side, and BISH will be taking on the T side strip. And I'm just wondering how they're going to kind of plan the executions here. It looks like they are going to be moving straight towards the B, as we would expect. Going in with those very close range guns, I would expect them maybe just to target the B side first.
Yeah. I enjoy the on first round B side first. Look, they have got 3 players defending B. They're making their way in now.
And some good plays here from BISH getting the first entry. We see them following up with the second one. Hustlers, though, managing to pull one back here and then responding with a second. So we got a 3-on-3 situation here. And Hustlers, wow, BBB managing to pull off the one almost on the end there. And Maroc as well.
Look, they got the bomb down. Question remains now whether they... whether they buy up this round with some armor and some utility and handguns, maybe some Tech 9s. Looks like one of the CTs there picked up a Tech 9 from the T side there, so that could definitely be used against them. But Hustlers in a very good start right now, and if they have it their way, I'm sure they want to continue that with a 2-0 lead. But things do happen quite easily, especially if it looks like the terrorists haven't bought, so this should theoretically be another round for Hustlers. So let's take a look now. Looks like they're going inside quite slowly here. Okay, they're picking up the pace.
A bit of a push out here at the moment. Ooh, that
flame is going to definitely hurt them. All right, that's going to slow them down quite a bit. And Maroc 46 has definitely got that covered, and he's obviously told his teammates. The thing is that those teammates haven't moved and rotated out of B. They must know something. So kind of good play that they haven't rotated yet, or they've got enough information to make a call not to rotate. So looks like T's are going to have to change up their plan a bit here.
Yeah, well, looking at what the T side are actually doing here, they went down to lowers. It didn't really work out for them at the moment. Now they're trying to sneak in towards that B bomb site. We see Asian fan moving in, getting taken out there by Zipper. Packaging also managing to add to the tally here at the moment, and of course Maroc adding one for himself, leaving pretty much the rest of the T side stranded. And
bit of a misflash there, but he gets a kill, gets the bomb. That's definitely worth it. Get a couple of dollars in the bank there, but still 35 HP, 0 armor, Glock. long range, it's going to happen, and it does.
Tough life.
At least they got a few kills. They got the bomb plant the previous round. So let's see what happens this round. Looks like an AK right off the bat for Schnacks, as well as who else? A few other players are buying up there. This could be a very interesting round. They better not lose this, otherwise they're going to be poor the next round.
Well, what's interesting to see is the Hustlers on slightly anticipating that AK buy that's coming into the third round here, as expected, because of the first round bomb plant. Only 2 M4s here, so we got 2 MP7s at the moment and a UMP45, which theoretically can counter the AK47s, but not at range, guaranteed. So it's up we already see Asian Fan now quite low down on 4 HP, so he's going to have to make it work with that low HP, and that bomb at the moment looking pretty much far back towards the B-bomb side. So it is going to be up to Packaging and his team in the B-bomb site here. We've got Paraman and we've got Zippo, both with fairly decent rifles.
I think they have a sneaky feeling they know exactly where they're going to be going here, which is pretty well read by them side. Now they just can't mess up now with 3 of them with inferior weapons. The T sides do have quite a bit of utility to work with. Oh, one has been spotted, so now they kind of know what's sniffing. They know exactly what's happening now. They've got more than enough defense right there with a number of players. Already they're picking off. This is going terribly right now for BISH, losing all those AKs. At the end of the round, they're probably going to pick up their AKs. Already Packaging has picked up the AK, so things are looking really good for Hustlers right now.
At the moment, it is up to Narcissist and Ivan to try and make a counter. I mean, he's kind of aiming down towards that toxic side.
Look how low the CTs are, though. 3 of them on less than 18, 7 and 8 HP, already Packaging going down. If they just take it slow, they've got a little bit of time in their hands, 25 seconds. There's still a lot that can be done. The bomb is down.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Go. Unfortunately not.
They're going to be knocked down there. And good start here for the Hustlers, managing to pick up at least 2 AK-47s. Now we'll see the full
they're perfectly lined up now with their weaponry. And looks like BISH are going to have to save. Maybe get a P250 here and there. Do they even do that? We'll see.
Yep.
But not looking good for them right now. This is actually the round that they need to be buying full weapons, armor, grenades, flashes. And they're just not able to. Full Glock. They've got 1 smoke in hand. Rest of them Glocks. Not looking good. I'm very interested to know what they're going to do with that smoke. Narcissist. I wonder what he's going to do with that. So anyway, they're not going really towards B site now. They're going inside the apartment's tunnels there, going towards Squeaky Door. Not making a sound.
Well, you kind of would expect them to try and at least push lows to get some ground advantage here, then moving in towards
Keeping
that
close,
A side. And Hustler, BVB, will get the first pick here. He's going to try and pick up 2. Oh, he gets himself another one. But will go down. So they're going to lose that AK-47, but still, the damage has been done here. We see Maroc also adding value right there with the 1 frag. And Zippo coming in from behind, actually. Very good play here from Maroc. And that is 4-0 here to the Hustlers. They're looking confident. They're looking good. Very
uncomfortable situation for BISH. Look, they should be buying up now. They've got plenty of cash. It might be wise for them to AWP up, get an AWP on the field there. It doesn't look like they are going to, though. They're probably sticking with the rifles.
Probably just see a full AK buy up again here from the BISH team.
Full utility as well.
But at the
Asian
moment,
Fan is getting a Mac 10 there. Not sure why. Maybe he wants to keep it fast paced, get some extra cash. But we'll see.
He's got cash to buy. That's the thing. Yeah. So strange that he's actually going with a Mac 10 here at the moment. Very interesting.
Look, I sometimes do that just to change the pace. I mean, you move so quickly with that Mac 10, but that by the time they hear you, you're already in their face, just spraying those 30 bullets straight out the chamber.
True, but the problem is, look at him. He's very passively at the moment. He's sitting very passively back. And a little bit of spray play on Monster side from Zippo. Trying to see if he can get himself a pick. He's going to back off now. And he's got the backup here from one of the CT side players here for the Hustlers team. They're looking very strong on the defense at the moment. No real penetration coming out here from the BISH team. And they are focusing on this A side a little bit more. We can see Ivan picking up the bomb there. They've got 3 AK-47s that's going to have to try and counter all 5 rifles in the hands of Hustlers at the moment. Utility looks very much more predominant on the Hustlers side as well. They got a bit of utility on
they're using the mollies, which is good.
And here we go, BISH play. Interesting. They're
very good execute there. I mean, I was thinking Hustlers had a good read there, staying a bit back, hiding there by bank and by the dumpster. But it doesn't look like it actually paid off for them. The rotations was a bit slow from Hustler's side, and obviously losing 2 players off the bat on entry for the T's, not looking good. But you know, from a BISH perspective, this is what they need. I mean, they needed this round. If they lost, they would have gone 5-0. They would have lost their guns. They would have had no cash for the next round. It probably would have been then a 6-0 score lead for Hustlers. But now at least they're pulling this back. They got the bomb down. They're keeping their guns. Only one player from Hustlers keeping his, so they're going to have to do something with that later.
Yeah, well, it's a good 3K there from Schnacks, actually, just seeing how he just picks them up one by one.
That was really good.
What was interesting to see, though, is that the Hustlers guys just were not in the correct positions, and I think the problem was that they were backed off too far back.
Yeah,
there were no crossfire angles, etc., from both CTs, and I think that's what the issue was. Good breach there from BISH on the end of the day, picking off the first 2 quite quickly.
The early calls, man, is so important. Like, this is where, you know, sometimes you get frustrated in matchmaking or ESEA ladders and so on, but you know, some guys don't understand. Like, you need to get that info early on, and then you have the ability to drop back.
Yeah.
So I think they were a little bit too passive there. Their positioning now, if you take a look on the mini map, you can see their positioning is a lot better. They taking control of bathrooms. If they overwhelm, they can just drop back. They've already spotted now. They've got a bit of info. They get a pick, well needed.
Oh,
now they can drop back.
Well, there's the trade-off here. Narcissus managing to pick off packaging here. That opens up the B-bomb side potentially here for BISH. Nice little play from Morocco right in the beginning. They're getting the 1 frag. But still, just quickly looking at the overview, you can see that they just kind of spread out at the moment. 2-on-2. 2A, 2B right now here for the Hustlers. So it's going to be tough here for BISH to move in towards that A-bomb site. But there's a quick juke here, managing to fool the A-bomb side players here. So we're going to see a little bit of B-side play.
Oh, wow, that was amazing.
What a shot there from Paraman.
That was pretty good. That was excellent. Zipper on quite a good spot there. I love that spot. There we go. He gets the headshot there onto Ivan. It's a great spot. You can't really see what's happening there. He can drop back now, call his teammates saying, listen, the bomb's here. Yeah, they're falling like flies. Unfortunately, BISH just don't have what it takes at the moment. They just don't have that capacity to do damage. They got 1 round, yeah, but now they're better off just saving this AK.
Yeah, well, Schnacks here that picked up a 3K in the previous round. Let's see if he can do it again. He's got 3 to take out. And sitting in that monster side, does get the pick on the toxic side. Let's get the frag shot there on Zipper, but BVB comes in and supports and takes him down. And that will give us a 5-1 lead here for the Hustlers team. Let's have a look at the scores.
Yeah, Zippo definitely pulling up there for his team, as well as Marok. I think those are definitely their kind of entry or star fraggers right there at the moment. So they're definitely carrying at the moment. Packaging, not seeing too much action. I mean, he's got a few assists, which is not bad. And obviously BVB there again, 4 assists on his side there. The BISH side, they definitely need to pick up the pace. I mean, with 1 kill each, I mean, they got to. This is a team game, and if they're not getting the kills, they're not going to get the rounds.
Well, what's interesting to see is the AWP buy here from Nate. So he's obviously going to wait for that smoke to dissipate before they actually try and challenge. We have got Paraman trying to spam through that smoke. If he gets picked off by Nate with the AWP, that's going to be a bit of a problem for him. But still, just looking at the layout here, look at this aggressive play from Morocco right now. That is a lot of information he's feeding to the rest of his team that they're not aware of. And now they've got a good indication.
If he just has, like, he's gone that far. I mean, if they had to storm him right there, he would have maybe, yeah, he could have taken off 1 or 2 kills right there with him if he was lucky or skilled enough. But he could have actually pushed through there. Instead, he drops back into the site.
Yeah, so nice play though here from BISH at the moment. Ooh, response from Zipper with a 2K here, and we have got a 2-on-2 situation right now between these 2 teams. One with the AWP, the bomb has gone down, so Nate is going to be sitting in towards the back side towards Monster, but we see Morocco coming in now, getting the 1 frag quite comfortably on Narcissus, and now the retake in effect here for the Hustlers team. They know where the AWP is sitting. Oh, they don't spot Nate, and Morocco will get the last frag though on the retake here, so it'll be 6-1. And maybe
I was very nervous there for Nate. I mean, being in a 2v1 situation there, you have an AWP, you're alone.
Yeah.
You know, the reload time for the gun, I mean, you can get the 1 shot, which he did. And then again, as a pure example right there, exactly what I'm saying is that then his teammate then managed to take the frag after that shot.
Yeah.
AWP in that situation is very difficult.
No doubt. Well, he did a fairly decent job getting a 2K there on the previous round. So 6-1 right now here for the Hustlers, and they're looking very strong. We'll see Packaging pick up the AWP, and maybe that's why he hasn't picked up so many frags, is because he's the kind of the AWPer for the team. But he'll finally pick it up. Nate still has an AWP in hand because they're bomb plant right now, but he's going to be playing a lot more defensive while the rest of the team are going to be moving up towards A side. Look at Morocco again here. Very aggressive play here. Aggressive stance. Something that I've seen in the past by the likes of the AWPer for Carbon, Macquet. He actually plays that aggressive play in that same area. And he's just backed off now because Schnacks potentially could have taken him down.
Schnacks looks like he got a little bit of a fright there. But definitely going to pick up the frag there on Morocco 46. Hustlers does the trade. I mean, BVB does the trade right there. So things are even Steven at the moment. BVB on very, very low HP, 14. He's got to be careful, maybe drop back into the side, which I think he has. T-sides are making their way up slowly through bathrooms. They just need to take it slow. You know, they need to figure out that there's not 4 men in A side or B side. They split. They need to work the numbers now. They just need to take it slow. They just need to take it slow, get one pick, and then storm.
Yeah, I think they need to take Packaging here with the AWP. But that smoke grenade is going to stop them a little bit. Although we see Schnacks here being the entry player actually for the BISH side, from what I've seen. Potentially could take out the AWPer that's on the left hand side here. I don't think he's aware of him. But he's going to go and challenge on the right hand side here. Now all of a sudden, a quick exchange, still leaving it in a 3-on-3 position here. Narcissus will get the bomb down, but Zippo, sorry, just a little too quick. Ivan managing to get the last frag there. And a nice little play here though from the BISH team, but not good enough as the time runs out there for them.
This is getting pretty far ahead now, right now. We look 7-1 up for Hustlers. Narcissus just not pulling through at the moment. Asian fan is kind of ahead on points. He's got a little bit of assist kills there with his 2 actual kills. But these guys need to start picking up. I think they need to figure something out. Either they need to slow it down or pick it up. I'm trying to understand like the pace of their movements at the moment, and it looks like they've been taking it slow on B side and then not really performing on the A side. I think they need to concentrate a little bit more A. They got a few good picks in the beginning of the rounds, especially that round that they won.
The problem that I'm seeing here at the moment is that Hustlers, they know how to play a slow game. Good little pick off there from Morocco. He's picking up the AWP this time and he gets the frag on Ivan there, or Ivan 2L. And now no trade-off here. As Packaging actually manages to get down 2 here. Good little 2K for him.
Really great spot there.
Make that 3.
Yeah.
Snacks out of the picture, but Narcissus trying to get the pick shot there on the AWPer. Rock just alive here with 16 HP. He'll nade it in, but
Narcissus needs to use some of that utility. There he does
now. Hard nade though, but it'll all get picked off there. So it's a 2K for Moroccan. Packaging actually doing quite well with the 3K there. So 8-1 here at the moment, and the Hustlers are just literally on fire right now.
You know, sometimes with these maps, you know, and I want to just, you know, say it as it is. You know, with the unknown teams, things are very unpredictable. I mean, we might see the swap now. I mean, they just need BISH need just a few more rounds, and things could turn into their favor from a CT perspective then, and you know, we'll see a complete vice versa happening for BISH. So you know, it's still early time now. It's 8-1. This is where they need to really. It's past halfway now. We need to start seeing some real gameplay from BISH.
Well, it's aggressive play for them at the moment. We'll see Asian fan coming up with a Macquet 10. He's going to try and spray them down and get taken. But still,
I think the idea was good. It's just that the execution wasn't there.
Eke around here. Well, it's kind of like a force buy really here from BISH at the moment, trying their best to get the bomb down. They do though, but it's really up to Nate at the moment with his Tech 9 to try and maybe steal a frag or 2, but aiming has just not been on his side at the moment. He's probably going to get naded out. No, he'll get taken down there by Paraman. And a quick round here for them. Not the most effective round for BISH, but they kind of mixed things up. They were aggressive this time. If they were aggressive with guns, it potentially could have worked out a little bit better with them. Because look at that. I mean, that the Asian fan basically came around the corner in long, and he caught 2 CTs off guard. If he had a rifle, he could have taken them out easily.
Completely. Yeah, BISH in a tough spot. It's 9-1 at the moment, and things not looking so good. They should have been making way more rounds previously. I mean, last round I said they need to start scoring from now, and they still haven't. If they want any chance to stay in this game, they need to start scoring. Looks like they're going to be going up against an Orper Long. Misses the shot. Luckily, Asian Fan managed to get away with it with his life.
Oh, Snacks!
Excellent shot from Snacks.
He got hit though.
Yeah, they need to capitalize on this now. They need to push. They're taking it quite slow. They need to know, you know, they've had enough rounds now to kind of work out where their opponents are sitting. You know, so now they've had the rotate from A. They need to expect that they'll be split 2-2. So they need to be a little bit more committal. Once they get that pick, they need to commit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're taking their time. Now it's giving them plenty of time to their opponents to rotate. Now they're losing players. Narcissist is going to try and take it from behind, which is a good play. He needs to call to his team. Oh, he gets taken out, unfortunately. But he needs to call to his team. Guys, something's happening here. Let's go. Let's rotate to B. They're already in A, which they already are.
It's Snacks and Nate at the moment here. Snacks got the bomb. He's already picked up a 2K here, but he needs to be careful of BVB. But he'll take him down there with the Tech 9. But he's not going to make it.
That jump was very, very unlucky. I've done it in a few things, but like by mistake, misclick, whatever. Sometimes the best move is just not to jump.
Yeah. Well, 10-1 here at the moment for the Hustlers, and I think you can pretty much write all around here for BISH, unless they pull something out of some sort of sock or something like that, you know, because, I mean, at the moment...
They don't even have full utility. I mean, Narcissus has got one flash and a decoy.
Well, they've at least got a full stack of AKs and an AWP, so let's hope Nate can maybe pick off one or two with the AWP. And once again, we'll see that Morocco playing a very vital role here on this A-side area. He's actually been clinical, to be honest, specifically on his positioning.
Yeah.
You know, he picks up the AWP, watches long, he plays aggressively in bathrooms, and he's up and down all over the place. Something that Macquet actually does for the Carbon team. And this is really good to see. Someone that's, you know, kind of knows his map very well and knows his positioning very well as a CT player. I'm very keen to see how he would play T-side.
You know, looking at these players now, you know, the CTs have got some pretty good positioning, pretty standard. Again, whoever's long from the CT side, he's got the information. It's Morocco. He needs to...
Morocco, yeah.
He needs to...
46.
I'm sure he can maybe hear some of the teammates there in party. I mean, the opponents there in party.
There's a bit of a battle happening here. Packaging actually managing to take the first frag. Gets traded off there by Snacks, and then we see Zipper coming in, taking down the Orpa. Picks up a 2K. And then Morocco will get his frag on that.
Things are falling apart here for BISH. They need to come up with a plan fast. They should save this gun, maybe use it for the next round. I don't know what he's going to... Or get a plant. You know, at this stage, anything kind of goes right now. They just need kills, they need bomb plants, then they need rounds. And nothing is translating into that at the moment for them. Whatever goes. They need to make something happen. Unfortunately, BVB are holding their ground. They've got the A side held with one player at least. As soon as anything is heard or planted there, it's spotted, and now they're going to be rotating with their teammates. Bomber's been planted. I'm not sure why the B rotate isn't happening. That was a bit slow from that side. He's going to be waiting for his teammate now. Yeah. All right. Looks like they're about to. There we go. And they take the round. Unfortunately, BISH just couldn't hold that off there, even though they had he had a superior weapon, in my opinion, even though it's 2 AKs versus, 1 AK versus 2 AWPs. He just needed to play the angle a bit better, and I think he could have actually taken the round. But I mean, this is Amateur Cup.
Yep.
You know, we're not going to see all of these exact plays and so on that we're used to seeing. So, you know, it is what it is. Right now, BISH's 11-1 down, and
it's tough right now. I mean, they've got a full AK stack with the scout there, so you know they've got a lot of utility at the moment, and I think that's potentially might work out for them. Maybe Asian Fan can make it count with that scout. But we see Zippo, you know, aggressively moving into that connector, getting the 2. And we also see Morocco now moving in from the lower side. This is a bit of a problem for BISH, though. We're just seeing Ivan and Nate just backing off, still sitting in this monster area. And obviously trying to see if they can maybe get through in towards the B-bomb side. Schnack's doing quite well with the 1 frag there, but will get taken down. Packaging also.
Nate needs to really take this.
Yeah, Nate
and he gets
2K.
that great 2K right there. Wonder where he figures out the other two players are. He needs to take this a bit slow. He's got time. He's got a whole minute. Oh, unfortunately, I speak too soon. And Hustlers are up 12-1 at the moment.
Yep. So interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tough for BISH right now. I mean, 12-1. It's a psychological game that the Hustlers have got on top of them. It's, you know, like sitting with a scoreline like that after the half is really, really difficult to come back on. I mean, you have to have a very strong kind of constitution as a team if you want to bounce back and you know, the likes of Bravado Carbon or something like that, you know.
It's definitely a learning curve for BISH. You know, they've played, you know, other teams now. They've got to the semi-final, which is a good learning curve for them. So, you know, they just need to keep their heads up, get at least 1 or 2 more rounds, you know, and just take it from there. Maybe this isn't their map, and they know it, and I think they're just doing their best right now. So, looks like they're already trying to make their way into A. They need to just commit now.
Yeah.
They really just need to commit.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it's a bit of a quasi-buy coming out here actually for the BISH team. Not a full buy, it's more of a force buy potentially, but at the moment looking pretty good for them. As we see, they can get a couple of frags. Asian fan doing quite well there with a 2K, and now it's a 1-1, and it's not going to help.
Wow, they really needed that. It's just that closing frag or mentality that they just need to have there, just to keep calm, take it slow, wait for the sounds. You know, it's just those simple. But this is what it's all about. This is what the Amateur Cup is all about.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though, because I think, look, I have to be honest here. I think the Hustlers are just beating them in every single aim duel at the moment. I mean, the dual all play coming out here on the last round from BISH, it's a sign of that they are a little bit worried on the scoreline specifically. I mean, if I was playing in BISH's side, I would also be quite worried with that. But maybe the dual all play might actually work out for them.
I was about to say they got a dual AWP. Let's see what they can do.
Well, we see Nate getting picked off there by Picketting, who's also got the open hand, leaving only Ivan left. And let's see if they can respond back here, maybe with a frag. I see the bomb's also been dropped, which is a huge problem right now for BISH.
Was that Nate that had the bomb there, going into tunnel alone? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's not
True
exactly.
Monsters, not terrible place. Now his teammates are going to be rotating. Looks like one is going to be held in A, which is really smart. No need to have everyone rotate to the bomb in case of the wraparound for the T's.
Yeah, and there we see Ivan getting taken out with the AWP. So this is not really working out for BISH at all. And it's up to Schnacks right now to see if he can come back here. He might
as well just give it his best. He just
full clutch ace coming up, hopefully, from
50
Schnacks.
50 seconds on the clock, just take it slow.
He's got this.
He's got this.
I hope.
Alright, he's got this behind the sandbags.
Oh, does he get the first frag? He actually does.
Okay.
Go down. 14-1 at the half.
Oh,
it's tough right now. It's really, really tough. I mean, literally, it's a pistol round away for the Hustlers here. And they can potentially just...
Hustlers are hustling.
Click 1, 2, 3, and it's over.
Oh, very interesting. I think this is going to be over really quickly.
Well, let's have a look at the scoreline here. Only Schnacks featuring here actually for the BISH team. You know, 16 to 14, the only one of the positive KPD. And then looking at the Hustlers side, I mean, Zipper doing quite well in the defensive play. Marok, I think, has been a huge influence here. Yeah. And a potential favourite MVP for this game, actually. But pistol round time, half 2, and second half. And we see the buy coming in here.
Straight for a B rush. It's really great. I think someone should have gone up short at least just to contest that. But you see, the guy that gone up short could have taken on Ivan there. But, you know, they've all committed there now. They've smoked off the top. Well, if they can get the bomb down, it could be good.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, Narcissus managing to pick off one. Schnacks also doing quite well. And Narcissus with a second. Well, BISH all of a sudden pull it back here with the first pistol round. They're saving it just.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, they needed that. That's a breather. Okay, well, you see, now, what if now we start seeing 14-3, 14-4, 14-5? All right, this is what I'm saying. It could be, it could go that way. It could be a little
game, basically. Yeah.
You know, but it's unlikely. It'll be interesting to see. Looks like now the T's have bought up some Tech 9 and armors. This could work out really well against Pharmacists and Scouts. They're going lowers.
Get the first pick. Schnacks out of the picture. Yeah, good start here for the Hustlers, of course. And Looks like they might just back it off. They've picked up FAMAS, and they can make it count actually, depending on where they're going to be going. They've got one of the players already situated in towards Monster side Morocco. And look at this, interesting here from Packaging, moving up that long side. So he might be able to open it up for them. And yeah, the info.
Looks like, if you take a look at the mini-map there, you can see that BISH's player placement on the map is very, very different to that of Hustlers. They're stacking 3 and A. It could actually be the right call. Looks like the one T at B side there is gathering information to say, hey guys, it doesn't look like anyone's here. Let's maybe rotate this side. So I think Packaging is definitely creating some noise. He's already got the pick. Unfortunately, the T's are spotted at B and they are rotating towards B, so this is a little bit of an unfortunate situation for them. Even though they're getting the kills, the bomber's going down, they're going to have the positioning, and it's going to be a retake for CTs.
Well, a good one at that. Nice play here from Morocco as well, picking up a FAMAS now. So now all of a sudden, problems here for the BISH team.
That's a 2v3.
Yeah, and then make that a 1v3 right now. Morocco doing quite well, taking on Asian Fan, and Narcissus is the only one left here with the scout. If he's going to clutch with a scout, it's going to be crazy. Well, doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yeah, nice play from Hustlers there, actually.
There's the draw secured. Now they just need to translate that into a win.
So yeah, now it should be game, set, match right here now. I mean, kind of forcing, just having a look quickly at the economy here for the BISH team. Not much in the bank accounts for BISH at the moment. You know, we got Hustlers that is sitting there with a little bit more in the bank. They got an AK-47 and 2 FAMASs. It's literally game, set, and match right here for the Hustlers, and they've done a phenomenal job at it.
Looks like they're going to quickly end that, going through lowers. Again, they're getting that one lurker player on B side just to get that info. And they've got the pick, so they're going to be moving forward now. I think they can just run them over. Second pick done, now they can just commit to a site and take it from there.
Indeed. And we see them all, of course, picking up the two picks already, as you've mentioned. So now it's up to, let's see. Oh, look at that. Nice little play there from Zippo, taking down Narcissus quite comfortably. We got the Deagle. Do we see a little bit of one Deagle? Juan Deags coming out here from Ivan. Well, not going to happen. 16-2 right there. Hustlers take it. Easy game for them. And it's up to BISH now to respond back and hopefully give us a third and final.
Yeah, it looks like, based on what we just saw now, 16-2 is a beating. And
yeah, it's a beating.
It's going to be very difficult from a mindset now for these players, for Hustlers to go in, BISH
yeah,
to go into the second map. Be it their own or not, it's going to be tough going in mentally to think, we just got creamed 16-2. Maybe it's a map that they don't practice. Granted, fine. You know, what's the second map now? It's going to be Cash, right? Cash, yeah, and then Mirage is third.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a more common map, I think. It's a more preferred map, if you could call it that. But we'll see now what happens.
Hey, I just saw something really cool.
What's that?
Your hand. It teleported here next to me when you went like this.
It did?
Yeah, it did. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Anyway.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. So it looks like we're going to be going into a 15-minute break before the second map. I guess we'll be catching you in a short few minutes.
Cool. See you guys then.